everyone, my name is Amber. Welcome back to my channel, Amber Reads Romance. Today I'm going to be doing a book haul for all the books that I got this month in April. Kind of got a lot, so I need to kind of slow down on my book purchases for now, but you know how that is. So these are some of my faves that I just wanted to get, some collections I need to add to. And so I'm just going to dive right in with one of my favorite and exciting new purchases. This was a series that I read in 2022 and I absolutely loved it. I was going to buy all three books individually, but I ended up seeing this one where it's a bind up, and this is for the Spider's Mate series by Tiffany Roberts, and I got the complete series. I just love this cover. Like, it's so beautiful. Like, look at our girl. She's just gorgeous. I know it's crazy to think of a romance with that as your leading man, but Catan is amazing. He's one of the most dreamy heroes I've ever read. He's got the magic D because, alien romances, they always have something a little special. It's just such a beautiful series, and I can't wait because I think June they're going to have the next book come out, which is on a different couple. This is a bind up of all three books. You have Ensnared, Enthralled, and Bound, and I just really loved this cover. It was just so beautiful, so I thought I would get this bind up. It's really beautiful. It's just, I love Catan and Ivy. They're just soulmates. And I would never have thought that I could read a spider romance, but I did, and I absolutely loved it. I had to have it in my collection. It's just, I love it so much. So if you are scared to read this, try it out because it's amazing world building. Tiffany Roberts is a married couple, and they co-write together, and I just love their, the way they write. It's just amazing. It's flawless, and there's such great world building. It's just really well done, and each character is just so well developed. So if you haven't read it, give it a try, because honestly I didn't think I could do it, but I got past this whole appearance real quick with the amazing character that Catan is. So then I want to go over some of my Mafia books that I just had to get. So I really fell in love with Mila Finelli's Mafia series that she put out, and it's The Kings of Italy. And so I got The Mafia Mistress, which is the first book. This book is really, it's a duet between, I think it's Francesca and Fausto. And Fausto will irritate the F out of you in this book. He is so alpha. He's a dick. He just does whatever. But I loved his son. I loved Frankie. She's so strong. She doesn't want anything to do with, the mafia, but she's kind of forced into a marriage with his son, and it's her romance with him. So she has a romance with the father, and he ends up kind of wanting her for himself instead of his son. And then you have the continuation of that, which was with Mafia Darling. I love these covers. They're so beautiful. And in this one, Fausto has to really grovel. So if you like a grovel, pick this up. Honestly, this one was more emotional. I love the storyline with him and his son. And it was really great. And then I just read recently Mafia Madman, which is book 3. This is a really great captor-captive romance. He's on revenge against Fausto. Fausto had kidnapped him and went against him in that duet. And Fausto does some really horrible things. And so he wants revenge, and he happens to run into Frankie's sister, and he takes her. So it's so great. I love it. It's, great captor-captive romance, and I really love this series. They did just come out recently with the his son's romance, Fausto's son, because his son is gay. Spoiler alert, I guess. I mean, you find out pretty quickly in the first book, but he's gay, and so it's his romance, and I'm really excited to get that one too, but I want to read it first before I buy it. And then I had to get one of my favorite series, and that is the Camorra Chronicles. So I didn't get all of them yet because I haven't read Savio's romance, or I can't remember the youngest one. Sorry, I forgot his name. But I haven't got theirs yet. But I did read all these ones, and they're like my favorites. You got Twisted Loyalties, which, you know, is the first book. It's kind of tying this series to like the Bound in Blood series. Really great book. But the book that like is everything to me is Twisted Emotions. This book is one of my favorite Mafia books of all time. Nico is a top book boyfriend, even though he thinks he's a psychopath, doesn't really have emotions, he's very cut off. But his patience and loyalty and beauty, this book is emotional. You have Kiara, and Kiara was actually raped by her uncle as a young child. And so she comes into this with, you know, severe trauma and thinks he'll hate her or want to kill her because she's not a virgin. And he takes revenge. And honestly, like he treats her so well, and, you know, their relationship builds, and he is so patient with her from her previous sexual trauma, and it's just so beautiful, and she awakens things in him. It's one of the best Mafia romances I've ever read, so I had to have it. And again, I had to look for these with these covers because, sorry for the glare, my ring light's probably hitting it, but I don't really like the other ones that are just kind of basic, like don't really show anything. And then I got Twisted Pride, which is Ramo Falcone's romance, and it's a captor-captive revenge. Ramo's pretty crazy. He's psycho. He'll do anything. And I mean, like, look on the back. Like, oh, it's so beautiful. So I got that one. And then we got Twisted Bonds, which is a continuation of Nino and Kiara's relationship. And I love them so much. When Twisted Emotions ended, I didn't want it to end. I wanted to live in their relationship. I wanted it to continue. And so Twisted Bonds does that, and it's just emotional and beautiful. I love them. Favorite couple. Love them. So I definitely had to get all of those romances. So I will see. I'm going to be reading the Twisted Hearts, I believe, which is Savio's romance this next month. So we'll see if I like it. I read a lot of bad reviews, so I wasn't really sure if I really wanted to buy that one. Okay, and then a continuation of some of the Mafia. I wanted to get Run, Posey, Run. This is, you know, by Kate C. Wells. It's between a psychopath. I love my psychopath romances. Posey basically runs away from him because he accuses her of cheating on him. A video gets sent to him of her having sex with, you know, somebody else. It's time-stamped. It's from a long time ago. So he basically throws her out and then now wants her back. I won't go too deep into this, but I loved this. It's a really quick, short little book, but it packs a punch for how quick it is, and I absolutely loved it. And so I also got Nicky the Driver. I haven't read this one yet, so I need to read it soon, but he's basically kind of in that book a little bit, and I think his is almost like an obsession, stalking kind of thing. I'm not sure. I haven't read it yet, but looking forward to that. Then I got a couple Emma Castles. I got Midnight with the Devil, which I absolutely loved. It's a deal with the devil. It's sexy. It's hot. It's a quick read. Absolutely loved this book. And then I also got her Wilderness Within. And I've heard really good things about this. Almost like it seems like COVID type of, you know, style. But like, you know, it's the end of the world, an outbreak and all that kind of stuff. So I haven't read this one yet. So I'm really excited to dive into this one. Okay, so then I got a couple Penelope Douglas ones that I've always wanted. I'm not really sure if I might re-buy these, but because I got these from somebody on eBay and it kind of seems like the printing was a little off, but it's still okay condition. And that is Punk 57, which is one of my favorite bully kind of high school romances. Absolutely love that book. And then, of course, one of the best books of all time, Birthday Girl, one of the first age gaps that I've read. I love it. He's, you know, Pike is one of the top book boyfriends. He's just dreamy, age gap. Loved it. Boyfriend's dad. So I always love that trope. And then I got a couple of Gianna darlings. Slowly want to start getting the Fallen Men series. So I got Lessons in Corruption, which honestly, I know a lot of people, it's not their favorite. I mean, maybe I'll have to reread it to see if it holds up. But King is like one of my favorite heroes. And I love that this is an age gap between an older woman and a younger man. And he is like bringing the heat as like an 18-year-old man. So absolutely love this. This is an MC romance. If you haven't heard of it, I'm sure you have. And then the second book, which is his dad's, which is Welcome to the Dark Side. This is one of the most, another super taboo one because it's a huge age gap. And it's his dad and everything, and this young girl that he happened to save when she was really young. I think she's like 17. So it's a big age gap. I also saw this one, which I listened to these on audio, and this is the Phoenix Pack series. It's the first book in the series. It's Feral Sins. It's like my favorite one out of all the books. So I like saw they had a good deal on it on Amazon, so I was like, I'm scooping this one up. It's kind of like a fake dating, but they're actually mates. It's a shifter romance. It's really amazing. Like, I love this book. It's really sexy and hot, and it starts off a great series. This series is available on Amazon to read and listen for free. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can listen to these on for free on Audible. So I would check that out because they're really good audiobooks too. Then I have one of my, I don't think it's a guilty pleasure because I'm never really ashamed of anything that I read, but one of my little things that I love reading is the Ice Planet Barbarians. So I finally got the Ice Planet Barbarians, the first one, and I love these special edition like new covers. Like, I think they're so pretty. Like, I love them. So I got that one. I got Barbarian Alien. And this is the second one. It's Liz's book. She's kind of a hard nut to crack. She's a little feisty. I think it's Liz and Rahash, and I love them. And then I got Barbarian Lover. And this one, I believe, is between Kira and Ahiko. And this one's a good one too. I honestly, like, I haven't really disliked any of the Ice Planet Barbarians. I love going to them for like a palate cleanser in between books. So I really love these newer covers. So I wanted to get a few of those. So now I'm going to go into what I got for historical romances, trying to get more historical romances in my collection and also read more historical romance. So honestly, I am a huge Kathleen Iwataba's fan. It's very nostalgic to me. I read her a lot when I was younger, which some of the books I'm like, I can't believe I read that when I was that young. But like Wolf and the Dove is one of my favorite books. And I also loved Shanna, and I lost my other copy, or I think it when it moved or whatever. So I wanted to buy a new one. I know a lot of people don't like Shanna. She's a very irritating heroine. But I love this book, and it's a pretty thick book. It's like over 600 pages, but it's so angsty. She's a bitch, but she grows throughout this book, and I don't know. I love this book, so I had to get a new copy. I love Shanna, so I had to get it. Then I'm trying to get some more Lorraine Heath, and I really did love this series. So I got the Earl Takes All, Falling into Bed with the Duke, and then the Viscount and the Vixen. I think I've read a couple of these, but I haven't read the third one yet. I probably want to do a reread of these. Maybe I'll do a vlog or something because I really want to jump back into them. It's just a great series. Like, one of the books, it's like her husband's twin or whatever, because her husband dies and she doesn't know that it's his twin. And so it's just super angsty, and I love it. Like, it's so good. So I can't wait to dive into these. Then I had a really hard time finding My Darling Duke. Like, it wasn't available anywhere, so I had to buy it on eBay. So it's a little worn, but I absolutely loved My Darling Duke by Stacey Reid, and I'm trying to get some more Stacey Reid. And this was, like, honestly, like, such an amazing book that I had to have it. So I've found it from somebody, like, on eBay. And then I'm trying to get more of my Lisa Kleypas. So I wanted to get the Hathaway series. Unfortunately, I got this from somebody on eBay that like they're really worn, but I'm gonna keep them. And then they actually have like the step backs, which I love. So this one's my favorite book with one of my favorite book boyfriends, Cam Rohan, and he is just amazing. So I'm very irritated that this book is kind of tore up, but you know, I was excited to get it still. It's still a beautiful book, and I can't wait. So I have the full Lisa Kleypas collection here. We have Tempt Me at Twilight, Seduce Me at Sunrise, Love in the Afternoon. There's a step back. And then we have Married by Morning. So I got the Hathaways collection. I got the Wallflowers one last month, so hopefully I'll be getting more Lisa Kleypas. I need to get the Ravenel series too, so I'm really excited to get these, even though they're a little worn, but they're still pretty good. Okay, so then I really fell in love with Twisted Lies by Anna Wong, so I bought that collection, that series. I have Twisted Love, Twisted Games, Twisted Hate, and then Twisted Lies. So Twisted Lies, I think, and Twisted Love are my favorites. Twisted Lies, I loved so much. Christian Harper is like a top book boyfriend, so I had to have his book. I'm not as into like these covers as I am like the men on the cover, but I went ahead and bought these because I love Christian, and I wanted the collection because I really do love Anna Wong. I think she's a great new author, and so wanted to support her. And the last couple books that I have were from the book box that I was getting. I think it's Reveal book box, so I just tried it out. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it, depending on how these books turn out, because it kind of gave me books of like I never heard of, but it may help me discover new authors, so we'll see how that goes. But in that box I got the Lena Martin, and it is Secretly Born, the Heliander Chronicles. So I know nothing about this author, never heard of this book, but we'll see. And then I also got King's Vow by Ella Cade. So these are supposed to be darker, but you know, I read a lot of dark romance, so we'll see how they turn out. Okay, so I do have one more here. I did get some book mail from an author. She did want to send me one of her books. She's a newer author, writes dark romance, sees I love dark romance, so she wanted me to give her book a try, and I told her I would definitely bring it up on my channel and talk about it. I'm not sure when I'm going to get to it because I do have a pretty thick TBR this next month, but I will definitely try within like the next month or two to get to this book, because I do want to read the books that authors send me and give some feedback, show them to my audience, all that. So this book is called Apocalys. It's book one of the Apocalys Empire series, and the author is V. Riviere. I'm sorry if I butchered your the name. I'm so sorry. But this is a book, it looks like it's kind of like a empire created by these different women, and it does say it's between illegal racing, casinos, political corruption, and then there's like some dangerous enemy, kind of evil guy that comes into the picture. Not sure, I don't know anything really about this, so I will be interested to read a new author and give you my honest feedback in the next couple months on this one. So just wanted to let you guys know about that. Sorry, motorcycles keep going by, so the cuts are probably going to be kind of weird in this part of the video. So anyways, those are the books that I have that I bought for April. So excited to add them to my bookshelf. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.